What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Let's Talk Jurassic here on the Jurassic Park Podcast YouTube channel. And today we've got a nice, what is it? It's 3:48 here on the East Coast in the U.S. It's a nice mid to later afternoon day live stream here for you guys. Usually I don't get to do these. I always like doing them because there's always a different audience in here than usual, which is great. I like it when there's different people in here. And I don't know what we're gonna talk about today. I just figured, so many people are home and probably want to talk about the things they love and get excited about the things they love during this time. And it's kind of hard, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna try to get excited here, thinking about Jurassic Park, talking about whatever we can. I'm trying to read the chat here as we're going along. If anybody wants to call in or anything like that, feel free. I don't know. It might be worth trying calling our voicemail line. I don't know if that will work, but it might work here if I could get that thing operating. Let me see where that's at. I never actually tried that before, but like I said, it might be worth giving it a shot. Do you guys know the voicemail line? It's 732-825-7763. If you want to give that a call, you can do that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick up there. This will be interesting. But if anybody does want to call in and talk about Jurassic, keep it clean, keep it fun. We'll see what we can talk about. But yeah, and James, I know if you do want to call in, you're feel free to hit me up on our other networks, and we can get that worked out. But yeah, what do you guys want to talk about today? I want to get excited. I want to talk about something fun for Jurassic. It's kind of hard right now because nothing's happening. Rightfully so. I'm glad. I know some people are upset that stuff is not in progress, but got to keep everybody safe, and I hope you guys are all staying safe out there. So please don't go anywhere. Stay home. Don't do anything stupid. Don't risk yourself or other people. So yeah, we'll keep it there. But yeah, if anybody wants to talk to me about anything Jurassic, let's go. I know Genozoic Artist here, I think, said toys, of course. Yeah, well, if anybody did call in, you'd have to mute the mic as well, or mute the chat so you don't hear me talking and then also hear me talking and all that in a big circle. But yeah, toys. I want to talk about toys. I have a bunch of them actually right here that I have not opened. So I figured I would open some of those today and just walk through them if you guys wanted to. I got a fairly big pile right there of toys to go through. So if you guys want to check out some Mattel toys, we can do that. So we'll get into that in a little bit, of course, Genozoic Artist. But if you have anything specific that you want to talk about, I know you're saying other things here, but yeah. So this one here, Saika Diba. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It says second favorite dinosaur franchise, Brad. Second favorite dinosaur franchise. That's hard, because it just seems like there's like one franchise outside of like The Land Before Time, which has like 14 movies or something crazy. So I mean I guess that's a good franchise to choose, but I haven't really kept up on it, so I don't know what's going on there. I'll be honest with you. I just watched Dinosaur for the first time, literally an hour ago. Disney's Dinosaur, the Walt Disney Animation kind of hybrid live action shots, like scenery and stuff like that, but then the digital dinosaurs or whatever. So I finally just watched that movie for the first time. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I never saw Disney's Dinosaur. It's kind of I think during that time period where I faded away from Disney movies for a while, and of course now I'm fully back on. I'll watch any Disney movie, whatever. But and I'm not embarrassed by it whatsoever. But like, I guess during a period of time when I thought it was not cool to watch Disney movies for some reason, I probably stayed away from that one, and it was probably I feel like around the time of like and I know you're all freaking out that I haven't seen Dinosaur, but the I've kind of gone into this movie thinking, it doesn't have much to do with the attraction down at Disney's Animal Kingdom, which I mean it really doesn't, but it does. It's kind of it's a separate storyline. Disney's Animal Kingdom, the dinosaur attraction, which used to be called Countdown to Extinction, and then they kind of just rebranded it to this dinosaur movie, and it works perfectly. So yeah, but I love that attraction, Dinosaur at Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's one of my favorite rides ever, and it's so much fun, so awesome. You're riding through that attraction in this giant Jeep, and then you're supposed to go capture the iguanodon, take it back in time to save it, and at that point in time, a meteor, like the moment happens where all dinosaurs pretty much go extinct, and that it's insane. It is so much fun. I hope you guys have all ridden that attraction, but it's so much fun to just kind of be time traveling into that moment where the meteors coming down and everything's impacting the earth and everything's on fire. It's so much fun, and so I went into this movie thinking, oh, it probably won't have anything to do with it outside of the fact that the dinosaur is there. That the dinosaur Aladar is in the attraction and out front of the attraction as well. But as I'm watching the movie, I'm like, oh wow, this really ties in a lot more than I kind of expected, because I just didn't expect there to be what do you call it? I honestly was shocked during that movie. And I guess spoilers for Disney's Dinosaur, if you haven't seen it, it's literally like, I wouldn't have been mad if anybody spoiled it for me, but like the movie is, I don't even know how old it is. When did that thing come out? Let's see. Disney's Dinosaur. We're looking this thing up. It came out in 2000. Okay, so I was like too cool at that point in time, so I was not watching Disney's Dinosaur. For some reason, though, I mean, it's a dinosaur movie. I don't know why I didn't check it out. But when I got into this movie, and spoilers for a 20-year-old movie, oh my God. Really? 20 years old. Anyway, spoilers for a 20-year-old movie. It has that moment with the impact of the meteor, and I was just like, I was kind of blown away by that, and I was like, wow, they're going there. This is gonna get dark real quick. This is gonna get real dark. And it was like, honestly, like 15-20 minutes into the movie, and I'm like, no way, they're doing this already. This is the end of the movie. It's been 15 minutes. But no, lo and behold, the movie did go on. It went on much longer than that. And, I mean, as far as the movie's concerned, I wasn't blown away by the digital work or anything like that. I think it's been done obviously well, way more better at this point in time, because the special effects and everything have massively changed. But even for 2000, it seems like it would have been a letdown. It really, like, even that the meteor impact moment, it was like, honestly, like somebody like made it on like this, like their phone. It looks so corny, but it didn't matter. I wouldn't say that that's like a check mark against the movie or anything. I think the story's great. It's a nice movie. A nice little story, sweet story. So I was fine with that, and I watched it with my son, which was nice, and he was a little scared at moments because of the Carnotaurus and the raptors. So it was cute. It was nice. I liked the movie, and I would definitely watch it again. But I liked how it kind of tied into the attraction in that way, and I just did not expect that moment of the impact to happen there. So that was really cool. That was really cool and surprising, and I just didn't expect them to go where they went. In a way, I feel like it feels like an Ice Age movie. Like, and I mean, I don't know when did Ice Age come out? I just Googled Ice Age. 2002. Okay, so Disney's Dinosaur, in a way, did it first. A very similar kind of storyline. So, yeah. But that's awesome. So that's Disney's Dinosaur. That's my 20-year-old summary synopsis review of Disney's Dinosaur that I literally just saw an hour ago. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. But, oh, man. You guys, Jurassic Souls coming through here, man. I thank you, man. That's so nice of you. We have a question here from Jurassic Souls with the super chat question. And it says, will Claire be held accountable for past events? All right, we'll stop at that because it looks like there's other questions as well. So Jurassic Souls is going to be carrying this episode here. But will Claire be held accountable for past events? I don't think so. I really don't think so. And you know, as I don't feel like we got any inclination. Maybe there's stuff on like the DPG site that I'm kind of forgetting or not thinking about, but I don't think there was any kind of retribution or anything for Claire as far as you know, her paying for what happened with Jurassic World. Let me look up here because I do have kind of a database here for the DPG stuff, but let me see. Look up Claire here. Claire, no. Founder, she's a Claire. She's the Claire. Yeah, okay, we got that much. No, founded by ideologies. No. Okay, well here's a quote from Claire. 2015. It says, our commitment, the fallout after a disaster like the one at the park always brings out public outrage, political agendas, and way too many conspiracies to count. Laws are broken, morals are tested, people are lied to, and mistakes have been lived with. But what can we do? Speaking as somebody who has decided to devote her life to this cause, I believe we as humans must realize that no matter our shortcomings, we should not further abuse the animals we gave life to. We owe them that at least. So that gives no indication, right? Let's see if there's anything else. Until that fateful day when calamity struck, the screams of her own loved ones changed the course of her life. Claire Dearing has embraced the media attention surrounding her and the events that took place at Jurassic World 2015. Nothing there. Yeah, I don't really so here's some, let's see. Corporate interests have been represented at hearings by a legal team of key stakeholders who claim that the animals are their rightful property and the humans are under no moral obligation. Mr. Patrick Biergermer, Bigerman, maybe, lead attorney, oh my God. This is live. There's not even anybody over here, and I'm just like, I can't read, you know? A lead attorney of Mizrahi Global's legal team countered Claire Dearing's statement to journalists, arguing, okay, that doesn't have anything to do with any kind of action against her. Let's see here. Fresh start. Yeah. I mean, as far as the DPG stuff goes, it doesn't really look like there's any kind of information about. No, there's no information as far as being held accountable for that. So in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, we saw no inclination that she was held accountable, right? Um, Nothing. I mean, people were still working with her. She was fine. She had the DPG in operation. There was like senators or whatnot, like reaching out, or was reaching out to them and convincing them. So nobody really seemed to care too much about that. I don't know. I mean, there's no inclination that that was kind of attached to her. Moving forward to the end of Fallen Kingdom, the dinosaurs are out. You know, they were kind of involved in the whole, let's go save Blue. But I always look at this moment in time as like nobody really knew that she was involved. I mean, unless Mills' company, which I don't think Mills and his company would have ever said. I don't mean like a company. I just mean the people around him would have let anybody know that this was really going down outside of like the bad guys, the people at the auction. So nobody was kind of aware that this was taking place, aware that Claire was involved. So as far as I'm concerned, they can kind of just fly under the radar. There should be no indication that they were there. They went on a mission from Mills, they under his guidance and everything, and then they snuck back. So if anybody did assume, maybe they assumed they died on the island, but then there's nothing left behind by them, that I can tell at the mansion. So I don't think there's any kind of reasoning to believe that anybody would think they were involved whatsoever. I mean, I could see people coming to them and being like, "What happened? What is going on? Why are there dinosaurs out?" And they're just like, it's a shame. You guys should have listened. We tried. The DPG tried, but I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like kind of just playing, just denying the whole thing, playing it all down. Maybe pretending to be the good guys in this situation. So maybe my feed's kind of messed up a little bit here, but it seems like that they would kind of just fly under the radar. So that's a good thing, I think. Let me just close out some things here. Yeah, but I think it would be fine. I really think they wouldn't be held accountable for anything. I don't know. I haven't caught up here, but do you guys feel like Claire would be accountable for anything out there? Do you think like Claire would be deemed responsible for anything? Even the events of Jurassic World, none of that stuff was her fault. I know a lot of people like to put the blame on Claire for Jurassic World. She was literally playing by the rules that everybody else put into place. And Masrani was the one calling all the shots. Yeah, she didn't really say no a lot, but that's just, it's not her responsibility per se. She is just operations manager or whatever she was, I forget. So, the owner of the company is the one at fault here. So... And if you're going to put fault on anybody, also Dr. Wu, but I know Dr. Wu likes to say, "You made me do this. I didn't do this. You did this." But we all know that he did this. Come on. So yeah, I don't really feel like she was held, or she should have been even held accountable. More questions here from Jurassic Souls. What do you want from the live action show? Yeah, so if you guys don't remember, there's been a lot of news recently, but Jurassic World should be getting a live action TV show sometime in the future here from Amblin Television, and some producers that produce all kinds of different stuff. I'm not going to go through all that right now, but a lot of stuff. And let's see. Yeah, I mean, as far as what do I want? Well, I mean, I feel like the indication was that it was going to be Jurassic World Dominion centric in a way. So, and I mean, who knows if anything will be delayed at this point? There may be a delay. Who knows? I don't know if the movie's going to get delayed, but all these things kind of work in tandem. So, for instance, if let's say Marvel stuff that they're doing right now, that they're doing with Disney Plus, Scarlet Witch, whatever that TV show is, and Doctor Strange. You know, those things have to work hand in hand. That movie and that TV show. So if those things don't line up and they're not able to produce them right, so they might get pushed back. And then, I don't know if that's going to be the case here. I don't really know if these are supposed to work in tandem. I can't say that word, probably because I had headphones on and I can't say headphones. So tandem is a word that I can now say. But what do I want from this live show? If it's centered around Jurassic World Dominion, I kind of just want stories that are not related to the movies whatsoever, outside of the fact that dinosaurs are out. I want that, and I've always wanted this idea that like a small town in the middle of nowhere, kind of like not a lot of resources, not able to just like go to Target easily or something like that. Like, I don't know, but like somewhere out in the middle of nowhere where like a hive of like raptors. And I don't know how feasible that's going to be. You know, they did this with what do you call it? Battle at Big Rock. They're like, "Oh yeah, there was a Nasutoceratops on that boat that they brought back from the island." So it's fully possible that they could be like, "Oh yeah, we had other raptors that we didn't show you guys." So
I couldn't hear what you said.
well, I'm sorry, Siri. I was not talking to you. So my bad. But yeah, so I just want them to be like, "Oh, guess what, guys?" I mean, I don't really want them to do this, but I feel like they will. Is like, "Hey, guys, we got more raptors you didn't know about." So I think I would like that to be the television show. The live action TV show is like a hive of raptors in the woods or the forest somewhere, or maybe even in a cavern or something like that. I think that would be really crazy and scary, and reminiscent of the book and stuff like that. I just want this like hive of raptors that are, I know it's probably not called a hive pack, but like hive sounds scarier. So I just want that, and I want them to attack like this small village, and I think it would be scary. It would be remote and chilling. It would be something that you could do like maybe, 6 to 8 episodes, and it would be pretty awesome, I think. So I hope you guys are into that idea. But if you guys have any ideas for the Jurassic World live action TV show, let me know. I'll talk about those as well. But yeah, I think that would be a fun one. And like I said, I want it to be different characters. I think that would be a good idea. Um, just because we need to build this world out, and we need to give us more options as far as like where to go with the future of this franchise. And if we're gonna maybe say, I don't know, maybe we'll say goodbye to the big three, the old big three. Maybe we'll say goodbye to Owen and Claire in this next movie. I don't know. But I think we need to branch out and get some new blood in here. That's why I like what they did with Battle at Big Rock. I like what they could potentially do here with the live action show. So spread it out, do more with characters, get more characters out there, new ones that we've never seen. And a second option I would be a continuation of Battle at Big Rock. And I know I've said this 100 times already, but I really want that. I want it to be revealed that like he's like a park ranger, and she is this is just the stupid motion comics, which I think they should just kind of scrap those completely, kind of remove them, and start fresh with like a TV show idea of that same kind of idea where you have a reporter, but it's the family from Battle at Big Rock. That is really what I want. So scrap the motion comics, turn it into what you have for this live action TV show. So give the woman that was in Battle at Big Rock, give her the role from the motion comics, and give her, let her be a reporter. They're on vacation. They just went camping for a weekend. And the guy, let him be a park ranger, or reverse, whatever it is. But I kind of want that to be an option as well. And I would really love that, because it would give us this kind of roadshow where, these guys, maybe they're taking a new camper. Maybe they got a new camper, or a new sort of transport that they could use that's kind of more protected or something next time. And they take this vehicle and they go around just like in the TV show like Supernatural with the two brothers, they go around from town to town tracking down these stories of dinosaur outbreaks and attacks and stuff like that, trying to help the families, trying to let the towns cope, kind of protecting the towns in a way, giving them options, and then also dealing with the dinosaur attacks and maybe documenting the interactions and report. Start their own live stream or something like that, their own network over on YouTube, and they do all their reporting there. I think that could be a fun opportunity for the cast for Battle at Big Rock. I think that could be a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, honestly, even if you stay in that Jurassic World Dominion without even seeing the movie, there's so many options that you could come up with. So those are two of my options. I'm sure I've probably told them many times before, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy those ones. Let me know if you have any options as well. Oh my God, I just scrolled and went all the way to the bottom. All right. Continuing with Jurassic Souls here. Relatives of dead characters you'd think would be fun to see in Dominion. In Dominion is hard to read because it just looks like Indominus. Stay healthy and safe. Thank you, Jurassic Souls. So dead relatives, or no, relatives of dead characters. Now I have not watched the Lego series. I hear good things, and I've seen some of it. I've seen like a few episodes, and I don't know. I don't have Nickelodeon, so I have not checked that out fully, but I've heard good things about it. And there is a relative in that show as well, and I kind of like that idea. I kind of really like that. Like, yes, it's kind of hokey villain and stuff like that in the show, but that's kind of like a campy show to begin with. But relatives, let's see, outside of that one, who else would be a dead relative and would be what would be the interaction here with the characters? Would it be somebody who is mad about the death and is a villain now, or would it be somebody who's mad about the death and it wants retribution, maybe in a bad way? So they're not necessarily a villain of the humans. They maybe start off as a tag team with the humans, but then they turn into like, I just want to kill the dinosaurs or something like that. That could be an interesting turn. Or they are mad about their family's death and they want to just help. They want to help out with, stopping further deaths. So I think those are some fun options. But yeah, so who do we have? Let's see, who do we have? We have Nedry. He died, right? So we have Muldoon. We have what's his name? I'm blanking. Oh man, I can't remember anything right now. I kind of want now this guy. He didn't die, but well, I mean, the actual human did, but Roland Tembo, like a relative of him, would be pretty cool. And maybe they say he died in the series because he died in real life, so you couldn't have him come back. But that could be cool. Oh yeah, I was thinking of Ray Arnold, right? So you got Ray Arnold. That could be interesting. But like I don't really know, outside of them just being like, it's kind of like a very fan servicey thing for no reason. It's not like this like story about lineage, kind of like Star Wars is, where it's like in that series you're almost expecting everybody to be related in a way. So in this series it's a bit different. I'm not really expecting everybody to be related. So in a way that almost feels too fan servicey. The Udesky. I'm trying to think of all these people that died. The other guy, what's his name? Other two guys, I guess. Nash and I'm blanking. I think Hoskins could have a cool a cool storyline, just because of like Hoskins is kind of like the center of all of this in a way where he kind of started this whole, or not started it, but like he was at the center of the first movie with the dinosaurs training and turning them into militarized dinosaurs and stuff like that. He was going to give a job to or something like that. So that is one that actually would like work pretty well, that actually has ties to the story, and it's not just like, hey, here's Robert Muldoon's son, so I think that could be interesting. But yeah, if anybody from Fallen Kingdom, I wouldn't really be too concerned about if they had like, like Mills, or like who cares? Like if Mills had somebody, or Wheatley, or the guy in the auction guy, like who cares? So I think Vic Hoskins might be the best option there. Vic Hoskins might be the best one, or Nedry. But if I'm missing anybody that sounds interesting, Dieter Stark. Like, why would Dieter Stark, like his family, or Ajay, or like, I don't know. I just don't see like why a lot of these people would come back as family members. But Vic Hoskins, I could definitely see because of the ties. Dennis Nedry, I could definitely see because of the ties to the original park and stuff like that. So yeah. Or something I actually never really thought about, which I really hope they wouldn't go this route, but Dodgson, like a family member of Dodgson, like that would be kind of weird. We've talked like constantly about how we want to see Dodgson return. We want to see that character, despite the actor. We don't want the actor coming back for reasons. We definitely don't want that happening, but we want, personally, I want Bob Odenkirk to come back, not come back, but to come into the franchise and play Dodgson. But if they decided to like say Dodgson's not around anymore, and this is like, other Dodgson, like Ted Danson. This is Ted Danson. But if they just wanted like Dodgson's kid to be there, I mean, that would be weird. I don't know if I'd like that. Why do that? Why kill off the character when you could just recast him and nobody would care? So yeah, I mean, that is a possibility. So I guess my top three would definitely be Dodgson, which is like number three. My number two would be Nedry, and then my number one would be Vic Hoskins, because I think there's ties to all those characters that you could have a relevant storyline in the next movie. So Jurassic Souls, thank you again for the super chat and for all those great questions. You just carried us for like 30 something minutes there. Let's see what anybody else is saying out here. Oh wait, Genozoic artist. I didn't even notice you said that you worked at Dinosaur. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That is so great. I love that attraction so much, man. Like from what part, I don't know if you're still here or not. But if you're still here, what like part did you work in? Was it like like the top portion, the fast pass area, or were you like down underneath? I don't know. Do you guys rotate? I don't really know how that all works, but that just like going from that cool like museum area, the Carnotaurus is in there, and then you have the best pre-show video with a hello there, Dr. Seeker. That's like the best pre-show I think in an attraction. I just love it so much. And then just like going down the stairs into that the Time Rover room, whatever you would call that. I'm sure there's probably a different name for it, but man, that attraction is just so much fun. But yeah, let's see what else we got here. I know, making everybody here feel old, huh? responsible just because she should have been for Jurassic World in Fallen Kingdom. Yeah, I don't agree that she should have been. I don't think she should have been. I think she was just another employee that, kind of followed the rules of the boss. So that's kind of the way I see it. And then Jurassic Souls also says, I know Mills was digging at her for authorization, for authorizing the creation of the Indominus, but I don't think it's really her fault. It escaped. I was just wondering what the possibility of anyone pointing more fingers. Yeah, I know Mills really, they really tried to like focus on like the mother and father of all of this. Which I feel like was more of like a metaphor of their future, not necessarily their past. Because at that point, they had no inclination that there was a daughter that they were going to have to care for. So, talking about them being, I think they said the mother and father, right, of the creation with Owen and his training and Claire and the Indominus and stuff. Like, it's kind of foreshadowing like them taking Maisie into their care. But let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Arjun mentions that it's suspicious that taking the dinosaurs off the island was the DPG's goal. Yeah, I mean, for sure, but I think they didn't necessarily have the resources for that. So I think with an investigation, that it would lead them right to all the answers that they want. If any kind of authorities did an investigation, they would find out pretty much where all these dinosaurs came from, unless somebody like cleaned it all up, which I don't know. I wouldn't expect somebody to have cleaned it all up, but I think an investigation would lead them trailing the dinosaurs back to Lockwood Estate, and they'll see that there was some shady stuff going on there with the lab underneath, and dinosaurs locked up, and then the auction stuff that would lead them back to the auction. It would lead them all the way back to the vehicles, to the boat, and then that would lead them back to the island. And then that's kind of like a closed loop where Claire isn't really involved, unless they just try to piece together that Claire knew Lockwood. And at that point in time, I wonder how implicated, I mean, Lockwood would be 100% implicated here, right? Outside of the fact that he was killed. That's an interesting question. If people kind of assume Lockwood was held under duress under this whole thing and didn't want anything to do with it. We also can't forget that Iris escaped. I know that's not the case in like deleted scenes and stuff, but she escaped. So she is a lingering question out there that she's the only one that knows, right, what happened. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some auctioneers that, or not auctioneers, but the auction guests or whatever, that could implicate Owen and Claire. But I don't think they would do that. I don't think they'd be like, "Hey guys, I was at that party." No, I mean, I wasn't gonna buy any. I wasn't buying anything. Oh, I didn't want to buy any dinosaurs. What's all that money in my pocket? I mean, I just was gonna go to the bank, but I just thought I'd tell you I saw them there when I was at the party. I really don't think they would try to implicate them because it would implicate themselves into the scenario. So I think bad guys will stay bad guys and stay out of the situation. But Iris and Owen and Claire and Maisie, right? Am I wrong in thinking they're the only ones that could talk at that point? And I mean, there is a potential that Iris could talk, but we have no indication that she's back in this movie whatsoever. But her just kind of forgetting about Maisie is kind of hard to believe. I feel like she would want to be in her life somehow. So if Owen and Claire just kind of like stole her, like that's kind of messed up a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I think if that's the case and she wants to find her, maybe they could be implicated in that sense. So, man, I'm going deep here. I'm going deep here. Never even thought about any of this stuff. But yeah, Iris could be a big lingering thread here. And I don't know. I've heard nothing about her um, um, being involved here. And I know she was she's kind of like a big player in J.A. Bayona in his films and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what she's there's no, let me see, Geraldine Chaplin, let's find out. What is on her slate as of right now? Who knows? Everything could change at a moment's notice. But let's see. Post-production, filming, which maybe filming or probably not, but Simone, pre-production for the Seville Communion, announced Go West, announced Mar and Madrid. So, Amar and Madrid. I don't know. I don't, there's no, obviously, if it was like a cameo or something, they could just throw her in there. And that's fully possible. And I think that would be a great idea to have Iris pop back in. Maybe she's kind of helping Owen and Claire. That could be, to watch Maisie or something like that during their escapades to maybe corral these dinosaurs or something. And then maybe I could see Iris trying to watch Maisie, but then she turns her back and then Maisie's gone out the window or something like that. And then she's off on the adventure with a backpack and a long coat and like baggy pants and just boots or something, maybe just walking through a small town and it could be snowy. I don't know. Something like that. Maybe she's got like a patch or something on her shoulder, like on her jacket. It's possible. I mean, it's possible that could happen. But yeah. Let's move on. All right, there's a lot of stuff going on. Oh my gosh, you guys are killing it with all the comments here. Yeah, it's hard to get through all these, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get through them. I'm like still like way up at the top. I just popped over towards the bottom here, and I saw Bruno Fernando has said, "Hey, do you think the release date will be pushed back?" I don't know, man. I think it's fully possible that the release date for Jurassic World Dominion could get pushed back. I don't want it to. I don't really. What? I gotta like move that logo, huh? It's like on my head. Why don't you guys tell me? I guess because I like sat up instead of like slouching. Look at that. Look at that. Jurassic World Dominion. What do you call it? Do I think it's going to get delayed or pushed back? I don't know. I mean, let me look up this because I want to see something here. I remember so The Force Awakens had during their production, Harrison Ford had like a door or something like fall on his leg, and it like broke something, so he couldn't act for a while, and I think that delayed them a bit. But I don't film itself. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this out. Same month, Harrison Ford fractured his leg. Was taken to this production was suspended for 2 weeks. Okay, all right, geez. Just 2 weeks. filming could be altered slightly. A month later, Ford personal trainer was recovering. Yeah, I don't see anything about it delaying the movie. I know there was a point in time where I think that movie was supposed to come out in like May or something. But it sorry, that was my computer. I don't know if you could hear that, but yeah, then it went to December. But I don't know if this is to be believed. I mean, the CDC is saying 8 weeks to lie low for a bit. So 8 weeks for now, at least, is the timeline for a lot of things coming back into action, I guess. But as of right now, it looks like a lot of things. And 8 weeks, that's getting us to I don't know when that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's like mid-May. But they might not be able to start up production. I don't know. That's a long time, which I would think they would delay it. I don't know. I think they would, just because it's such a big movie. But it's kind of a bummer that it would come at the cost of a June 2021 date. I think that's a good date for them. But I also don't want a rushed film, and I know you guys don't either. This is already insanely packed, and it's already massive with the cast. So they have a lot to accomplish in this movie, and I don't want them to just be like, well, we have to hit that date. So, if they end up delaying it 2 or 3 months, which I don't know if that's, realistic at that point in time, because like I said, 2020, like I said this like 3 days ago in a different live stream or podcast, but 2021 is like insanely packed as a film slate goes. So I don't know if there's an opportunity to move it back during 2021. So that'll be interesting to see. But hopefully everything gets resolved. I just want everybody to stay safe, so I'm not really too concerned. If it gets delayed, it gets delayed. What are you going to do? I think they just need to keep everybody safe and keep them all away from each other. So definitely keep each other away from each other. That's my motto. Arjun here. I like your comments. I like your thinking here. Camp Cretaceous is probably soft canon. Yeah, you're probably right. You are probably 100% right there. Camp Cretaceous, it's probably just soft canon, which is a bummer. It's a bummer. I hate that. I'm getting texts. I got a text. Hold on. But yeah, let's see. What was I talking about? Oh,
I'm having trouble hearing you.
I wasn't talking to you, Siri. How many times is she gonna interrupt? Camp Cretaceous, definitely. I would say definitely. I mean, I don't have any doubt about it being soft canon, which is just so angering. I just slammed my desk because I'm so mad at it, because I want things to be canon, but the canon is such a mess as it stands already, so it doesn't really matter all that much. I know I like to just drag them on the fact that nothing is canon anymore, and everything just seems to be like, well, we made this thing, but it's soft canon. It's not a real thing. It's just not a thing. It's just a thing that's not canon. But I wish they could just have a nice, layered, fun universe of stories that are not just films. Films being canon are fine, like Battle at Big Rock, canon, as far as I know. Who knows? Could change. But this live action TV show, will that be canon, or will that be considered soft canon because they want to change their minds at some point? I don't know. But soft canon is probably likely because it's going to be animated. It looks like it's going to take some liberties, as far as I can tell, with the story. So I'm interested to see, though. I can't wait for that. And who knows, that could get delayed as well. We don't really know because they got to be still working on it. If that thing's projected for August, there's still some time to work on that, but we might be seeing like a little bit later, September, November, something. I skipped over October for some odd reason, but somewhere in that range. But don't take it from me. It's not delayed. None of these things are delayed yet, but just my opinion. Let's see, what else are you guys talking about? I'm out of order here. I'm going to switch over to my Jurassic World live tour soft Canon cup or thermos. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like throw that in your faces, guys. I really apologize. Because we know Jurassic World live tour is really struggling right now just because of all the cancellations, and I feel bad for the cast and everybody that was planning on going to see these shows, but they're canceling dates left and right. Running through your comments here.
I'm unable to perform that task.
What is going on? Siri! I didn't say anything to you. Oh, man. All right, so Jurassic Souls. Jurassic Souls here. I skipped like all the way to the end. It says Neems, the movie poster guy, brought up an interesting thing in Jurassic World. Gray and Zach come across that wrecked Jurassic World Jeep. Maybe we will find out what happens in Camp Cretaceous. That's pretty cool. I like that idea. So that was like an active Jeep, or not Jeep, but like ATV thing that kind of just crashed there. And why? Well, for what reason? Like all the way out there. That makes no sense. So if wherever this camp is that they are at, that would be a great idea. I like that idea. What are you guys talking about here? Soft Canon is consistent with their neon dinos. Also being in Camp Cretaceous. I mean, it's not. I mean, like honestly, nothing about that. Which I'm not going to really elaborate for others, but nothing about that should be Soft Canon. I mean, everything that they talk about in that live tour in that moment of the show it's legit. And I mean, like something that Dr. Wu and Mizrani could have been working on together. So I love that moment. I think that's the best moment maybe in the show outside of like the ending, which is pretty darn good too. But yeah, Genozoic Artist, I know you're coming up next, like you said, on the chopping block for Jurassic World live tour. And that's like what, in like June, I think. And I'm surprised, like I couldn't believe that it was canceled all the way up to June. So that's a bummer. I haven't looked in like a 2 days or so. Oh man. Yeah. So June 4th to the 7th, that's where it's canceled all the way out to there. You're next on the list. I'm going to try to reach out to them and see if I can get any more information from them. I was just talking with Pat, who plays one of the characters in the show, and he's an awesome guy, and go follow him on Instagram. And we might be doing something on Instagram Live at some point. So if you want to follow us over there as well, that for a little bit here today. And I'm going to be home for a little while, obviously, like all of you, stay home. So who knows? We might be doing these during the day. Now, if I get the opportunity, if my kid takes a nap, I'll try to do these for you guys. Nice midday, let's talk Jurassic, talking about anything you guys want. Thank you so much to Jurassic Souls for the super chat. You're awesome. I really appreciate that. Thank you for all the questions, everybody. And yeah, go follow us on all the places. Go support your friend artists out there, anybody who works hard on stuff during this time, because I know everybody really appreciates it. I know people are like out of jobs and struggling right now, so go support like arts and stuff like that, and stuff that people are selling, whatever it may be. Just help people out, have some fun, stay home, guys. Don't do anything crazy, stay safe. Yeah, it's rough, but I'm here for you guys, and let me know if you guys have any other topics you want to talk about in the future. So hit me up if you guys want to talk more over on Twitter at Jurassic Park Pod. Also our Facebook group. Find our Facebook group just by searching for the Jurassic Park Podcast, and join the group by answering 2 questions. That is, who is an actor in the series, and who is a host or a contributor for the podcast. And I'm a host. And there's a lot of contributors, so answer those questions and we'll enter you into that Facebook group and have a good time over there. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to get out of here, put these backgrounds up, and see you guys next time. Peace.